think we're just gonna hop right into reviewing this shit. This is actually I didn't expect the full video to come out, so this was wild that it even did. I was only seeing clips around around Twitter from Mr. Sen, and that was like the only time I've seen them. But yeah, so yeah, we're just gonna. He only clips the first part. The rest of it, he like leaves out because I feel like it doesn't help his case very much.
In all of the anime and manga I've watched or read so far in my life, I've yet to experience one with such high highs and such low lows to the extent that I did when I watched Eromanga Sensei. This anime tackles some of the most interesting topics I've ever seen before, and yes, I know you're all looking at me crazy for that statement. What could an anime like this cover anything but surface level shit? But just trust me for now, I'll explain. However though, being the biggest complaint for the show, it's extremely hard to nearly impossible to look over the amount of sus shit like this.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The show involves incest to underage girls and just straight up borderline pedo type shit, dude. Like, I really want to be charitable and generous to the author when I watch some of these scenes and give him the benefit of the doubt that he isn't some weird guy. Especially because I do know that Japan culture is way different from the US, but even when I'm trying to overlook this shit, a scene like this pops up and I can't defend this motherfucker anymore. And it would be one thing if it was just pointless fan service, right? But sometimes it's literally just part of the plot, like how Sagiri needs to see these underage girls' panties to take her drawing to the next level for the illustration of the next story. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Regardless though, I wanted to take a deep dive into how Eromanga Sensei had some of the biggest potential that I've seen so far, but just get completely destroyed by the insane fan service that's impossible.
Dude, this shit is just so fucking nuts. I don't know why you can't. Oh, here, hold on. Yo, what's up, Ant? Dude, I don't know why it doesn't show you the live chat. I'm gonna have to fuck with that a little bit later. So weird.
I can do anything. Give me a second.
Okay. And my Discord shit's just being weird. Holy shit.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I couldn't hear you. All right. Hi, how's it going?
It is going good. I just thought I would start off by watching this video. Have you seen any of this yet?
I have, actually, yeah.
You've seen all of it?
I've seen a little bit of it. It's ass.
It is pretty
awful.
cancer. It's cringe. I couldn't even like half the time like look at it because I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't believe he reviewed this shit.
Dude, for real. I genuinely can't believe it.
Do you want to share your screen with me?
Yeah, I just did just now.
Bet.
I'm gonna have to add you back to this role because my shit is being super weird on Discord. I'm just gonna have to figure some shit out. I'm just retarded though. There's that's probably the factor there. Okay, so yeah, we're basically at the part after this. Oh my god! All right, you ready? Do you want me to restart it or are you good?
Oh, you're good. Hi,
Okay.
Shakriddle Shogun. Hi, Bing. Hi, Purple Popgreen. How are y'all doing? All right, you continue.
Send me your dick pics.
So first, Eromanga Sensei is a story about this dude who's 16 and his stepsister who's 13. Already a bad start. But this is Masamune and Sagiri. They become step-siblings after the death of Masamune's mom's death, and his dad ends up remarrying Sagiri's mom, who conveniently, she then goes to die on their honeymoon trip. Weird coincidence there, buddy. Both wives of his just disappeared and died, but after this tragic incident, Sagiri becomes a complete shut-in and locks herself into her room for a whole year without even opening the door to interact with anyone. Bro would literally rather starve to death than go out of her room to get some food herself. But I promise there is substance, and this isn't just an incest romance between these two motherfuckers. Masamune is a light novel author who has a secret artist who he's been doing business with for years, but he's never interacted with them on a personal basis, let alone even knowing what they look like. Where, of course...
Dude, it's just like, you know, I could understand liking some plot shit, you know, like I'm not against liking some plot, but it's like the joke back on Burn stream a while back of you enjoyed the plot of of CP, like, or when did you like the plot of porn before? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just like you would watch like something on like Pornhub, and I watched Pornhub not for the porn, but for the lore.
For the plot. For the
For the
plot.
lore.
Yeah.
I'm here for the story, not for the the sex. I'm here for the lore, the storyline.
Dude, oh, I fixed it.
This shit.
There we
This
go.
shit gay.
Fucking fixed it. But yeah, this shit is super cringe, dude. I really. There is substance is crazy. That's what I'm saying. So good. Like, it's so funny. Like, the fact that this was even a video that Lerix put out, like, is just fucking nuts to me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Of course, this artist ended up being his stepsister, who goes by the alias of Iramanga Sensei, which is extra weird because she mainly draws lewd, borderline porn shit, which I know is so goofy and silly to have a 13-year-old be interested in sexual shit. Right, guys? Right? What was this author thinking, dude? This is the type of shit I mean when I say it's impossible to defend this show, and this is only the beginning. But if you do strip away the weird, sus, romantic side to Masamune's relationship with Sagiri, which I know may be very hard, but when viewing it from strictly a platonic standpoint, there's so many wholesome encounters
right
between
there,
the two
dude.
that can't help to make you...
Bro, how could you just... It's not just like...
Can't really glance by that.
Yeah, no. It's like, you know, I guess like for JoJo, for me, like I love JoJo. Like that's one of my favorite animes. I love JoJo a lot. And a lot of people's complaints about JoJo is that it's like too flamboyant, it's too crazy, yada yada yada. I think that's the charm of JoJo, that it's super crazy, super nutty, you know, whatnot. But he's like straight up be like, well, let's just overlook the porn aspect of it. And, you know, but the plot is amazing. Let's just forget about the porn, though. You had to have watched it. You had to have watched the shit to get through it. You just don't tell me you skipped through the sex, like the weird child exploitation shit, you know?
Right. Yeah, like you can't really skip that. That's like if you strip away all that, which that's like 50% of like the actual story. It's like, I mean, really, there's so many other animes out there that he could have reviewed, but he had to review the incest one.
Yeah, exactly.
The incest one.
And I think that's why this is so funny to me. It's because like how hard Lerix is going on like at Tipster and shit, and arguably the shit he did with this with this review is arguably worse. Can
we just have normal Dragon Ball powers? Yes, I wish we just could, but no, we have to have step siblings. Fuck. Apparently. Oh my goodness gracious. Right. You can continue it.
Yep.
Smile and seeing Sayuri slowly come out of her shell and opening up to society after a tragic incident happened to her is just, call me cringe, but it's just so wholesome to watch.
What do you fucking get?
And it's so frustrating too because a lot of the great romance tropes are done so well in this show that I've only seen a few other romance anime do this good, but it's all tainted with the weird ass sibling shit. Like for example, some of the scenes are in episode 4, Masamune and Sagiri run into a conflict with each of them feeling like they're gonna get replaced by each other, and that in general they aren't good enough to work with the other, with Sagiri not being confident in her art and Masamune with his writing. And this gets amplified when Elf comes into the picture. Yes, Elf is her name, but this is because Elf is a more successful author than Masamune, and she wanted to work with Iramanga Sensei for her new story. But Sagiri didn't know this, and when she noticed that he was spending a lot of time with this new person, she thought Elf was a new artist. So each of them grew insecure that they were going to work with someone else and ditch the other person. But eventually both shared their perspective on how they were feeling to make for this wholesome scene where they both tell each other how valuable and important they are in each other's life and work, where they wouldn't choose anyone else instead. Which this is a big insecurity I'm sure most of the world eventually goes through at one point in their life. Whether it's not being sure their work is good enough for the job they're working at and being let off, or just even more generally not being good enough for someone else who you value in high regard. So to see them come together like this to clear any built up doubts is a great moment. And in episode 7, this gets topped with the duo facing a bigger conflict where they have to beat a popular author Muramasa in a writing competition where the odds are greatly stacked against them. And Muramasa actually offers Masamune to just work under her instead of taking this big risk facing off against her. And he seemingly thinks about it a little bit in the moment and lets doubt seep into his mind that he probably will lose. But Sagiri makes his decision for him by interrupting, shouting how far they both come together and that they won't lose to her, giving Masamune the newfound confidence to turn her down and to get back working. And it's just so wholesome to see how dedicated each of them are to overcoming whatever
that's what I find cringe is like, oh my god, dude. You could watch like other animes, like say what was it, the Bookworm anime. I forget what it's called, but it's really wholesome. It's a slice of life anime. The slice of life animes are amazing. I love slice of life animes. They're calm, they're chill. You know, you're not having to really think much into it. But this is not a slice of life anime.
It's like something else is like it could have been like if you actually like take the story about like a sibling, like a two step sibling who have had like a parent fall and then they like work together to like create an art, and like the show is about them getting, you know, like trying to go up and to like get their art going against other artists and stuff. That would have been fine, but no, they had to add the whole incest, you know, had to make them naked and sexual. Like that's the problem.
Yeah. And I mean, he even says that. I mean, clearly he says that. But why put yourself through all that? I couldn't do it.
Exactly. I couldn't do it either. I would struggle to get through it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm struggling to get through his review of it.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure. Have you heard of Berserk before?
Maybe. Possibly.
Berserk has like, fucking grape scenes. You know, all types of brutal stuff. I can barely even watch that. It's hard for me to even.
I think I have heard of that. Yeah.
It's pretty hard to get past some of that shit. I couldn't even watch it. So brutal. But this would never be on my radar. That's why I'm like, Jesus. But alrighty, let's get back into it.
Yeah, no matter how difficult it may be.
Can someone fill me in? I'm here.
You're gay.
I just got rated on Rust, so.
No, you're good. We're watching the Lolicon review that Lerix did, and I mean, you've seen the first half of it. Mr. Sen posted it where he basically cuts out the whole rest of the video. I mean, he's not going to post the whole video, obviously, but he basically clips it into a way it makes Lerix look way worse than he actually is. This is still very cringe. Should still hold Lerix to some type of like, you know, this is some weird ass shit, man. Like, you posted a Lolicon review. That's what you did, okay? But yeah, and I in my opinion, he shouldn't be going so hard at Tipster if he's done something that's arguably worse, you know?
Yeah, it's hypocritical.
Yeah.
It's very hypocritical.
Because on Tipster's side, at least, and I'm not even trying to, like, simp for Tipster or anything. I don't even, because he's a meme, you know? But, you know, he mistakenly didn't know that the picture that he saw was Lolicon, you know? That was his whole Lolly thing. This is totally different. Okay. Sorry,
this is gonna get rough, isn't it?
We're not even halfway through.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's very cringe. Alrighty, let's go.
A smaller little scene, but just as good, is in episode 11, when before Masamune gets back from his trip, Sagiri is shown practicing how she's gonna welcome him. Now granted, this kind of gets ruined because they do flash like some panty shots, and yeah, Yeah, but ignoring that, this is a base scene, okay? And it may seem like nothing, but we're talking about a Hall of Fame NEET tier who didn't come out of her room for a year. So welcoming someone like this is it's a big step. And lastly, in episode 12, seeing Sagiri's progress and coming out of her shell, with her not only spending time and hanging out with her friends, but also with this last goodbye scene where she waves as Elephant Muramasa leaves.
Yeah.
Right
I want to make sure I heard that right. Okay, start it.
Okay, you're good. Is it gonna restart? What is going on? Hello?
Because I thought I heard something
12
that I'm like...
12 scenes seem like nothing, but we're talking about a Hall of Fame NEET tier who didn't come out of her room for a year. So welcoming someone like this is it's a big step. And lastly, in episode 12,
it's not
seeing
a
Sagiri's
step.
progress and coming out of her shell, with her not only spending time and
What?
They're like, oh, and welcome, like she welcomed her, like showing her panties or something, and like, and then Lerix defends it. It's like, well, she's been in her like, her room for like years, and she hasn't seen anybody, so this is a big step. I'm like, no, it's not a big step. That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, that's fucking.
There's much better ways to do that. I don't know if I heard that right, but oh my lord.
Yeah, that's fucking. Oh my god, dude, this video is so hard to watch, dude.
God.
Oh my god.
No, Lerix, why did you defend that?
Oh my god, dude. All right, here we go.
hanging out with her friends. But also, with this last goodbye scene where she waves as Elephant Muramasa leaves, is depression curing. This is gold. But as you can see, there's some prime time.
Yeah, the panties of
Man,
the
it's
kids
so
are
hard
gold.
to talk about these things without sounding cringe. So as you can see, there's prime time wholesome moments throughout the story that remain untainted. But what puts this story in such high regard, in my opinion, though, is the development between the dynamic of the two that takes place at the end of the story. Where in episode 11, we get a flashback of how Masamune started writing and how Sagiri started drawing. And this was because tragic events had happened to each of them at this time, with Masamune's mother dying and Sagiri's parents getting divorced. So each of them needed a way to escape or find a new meaning, in a sense, to life. Something to save them. Where Masamune picked up writing, and one of his first fans was Sagiri, who would read his stories and comment, giving her thoughts, which went on for quite some time until the end of Masamune's first series. And to congratulate him, Sagiri drew this picture for him, giving him a sense of fulfillment he never had experienced before. There's someone out there who actually appreciates his work.
That's okay.
Which leads
This
to my
is okay.
favorite scene, where after some time
This
passes,
is an okay
Masamune
thing.
asks,
See,
Why do you have to make him have why do you have to make him have a love thing?
Yeah, this could have just been like a slice of life, like
Yeah,
manga,
literally,
whatever, you know?
literally could have been that, but then no, they had to add their like fantasy to it.
Dude, it's goddamn, dude, so fucking cringe. That's all I can say, dude. Like, I can't with this. This is just so bad.
Sagiri if she likes drawing just in general, with her responding that she likes it because there's someone who gets happy with what she draws. And Masamune says the same thing when the question gets reversed to him, that he gets joy out of writing because there's someone out there who reads it and likes it. And understanding that aspect of life and being able to introspect that much to realize why exactly people do the things they do is so interesting and something I completely didn't expect.
Oh my god, bro! I didn't think about this until just now, bro. Dude, so you know how people are saying this is like the cuties equivalent anime, right?
Yeah.
So is Lerix the new Sneeko?
Kinda. I can kind of see what you're saying. Kinda.
Dude, oh my god.
I mean, like that's even the thing with like cuties, right? It's like it tells like an important, like it does tell like an important story, but the problem is they sexualize those children.
Yeah.
That's the problem why everyone hates cuties. That's the same thing with this anime. It has a good story at its core, but there's so much extra just wrong on it outside of it that you just can't ignore it.
Exactly.
And it just ruins the whole thing and makes it really creepy and gross. That's why everyone hates cuties. But
Exactly.
like that's what Leo something said on Twitter, that it's basically anime cuties, because it literally is.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, bro, wait. It just clicked for me, because then I was like, he's like, you know, despite all the weird sus ass shit in this anime, right? You know, it tells an important life message. as a human beings, I'm like, oh my god, you just pulled a sneak out. You just pulled a sneak out.
Yeah, literally. Like, there's literally other, like, you can find stories about that, like, about this type of messaging.
Yeah.
About there's many different stories and movies out there. I'm trying to think of one, but there's, like, so many, but you had to pick the one where there's incest and children taking off their panties.
Yeah.
Really? Like, that's the one you wanted to review? I bet you there's plenty of animes that cover this.
Dude, for sure. Like, I'm saying, I gotta find the name of this anime now. It's like...
I have it. I actually have the name of it.
Of this one, or the one I was talking to you about earlier? Or just a little bit?
This one, the one that he's reviewing.
Yeah, this is called, like, it's the name of the kid.
What the fuck did I just see on Twitter? Give me a second.
Okay.
I just saw something that was kind of scary.
Shit. All right. We're gonna keep playing this though.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna find the name of this anime during this too.
Story like this to cover. So many people claim they do things for strictly themselves, but that's not the case. It's usually always for others and the perception they want to give to others. And it's truly a hard question to answer on if you actually like or enjoy the things you do in life. Usually it's just the responses that you get for doing these things. Like, ask yourself right now, do you enjoy playing video games, sports, or watching TV shows?
What does it have to do with Lolly?
And it's actually hard to think about why you like doing these things. But to see some honest commentary on this aspect of life, I think is so important.
What you gotta say,
because to dig deeper on
what does video games have to do with fucking what? What is he talking about?
He's
This
trying
is so
to, like, well, like in the story, like when I believe when like they were younger, from what Lerix said, the older who will eventually become her stepbrother was like a fan of her art and stuff, and so it kind of showed, like, you know, how it's nice having somebody who's there always trying to, like, respect, or, like, you know, like a little fan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like how Bing's my fan, not yours, you fuck. But, so that's why he's saying, like, if you have somebody who, like, is validating you playing games, the sports you do, and like cheering you on like a fan, like that always is very nice and supportive. I think that's I think that's what he's trying to say.
How old was Lerix when he reviewed this?
I have no idea. He probably was young, honestly. He's probably honestly he's probably a minor. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would say probably 19 or 18. You know, probably pretty young too. I just don't know. I don't know what the date is on this upload. I tried to look through his YouTube earlier today, and the oldest videos I can find from like 2 to 3 years ago. And so this is taken out. This is either privated, deleted, or whatever it is. Right.
I think he probably was like a minor during this, at least 17 or 16, but I'm not sure. So I can, like, it can kind of make it a little bit better on him, but it's still not good. But
for sure, it's still cringe, regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you do the things you do is essential, and I think everyone should think about. And for Masamune and Sagiri in this case, it was the fulfillment and validation they both got from each other's positive response to the stories and art that they made for each other. Because seeing someone else enjoy the thing that they made filled the hole that both of them had in their life and allowed them to keep on going. But, yeah, that's it for the good parts of the show, and I'm afraid this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The horrible shit that ruins this show.
Oh,
so, as I
God.
briefly touched on at the beginning of the video, fan
no.
service is one thing.
Oh,
Where usually it's set aside from any plot points and just simply there to add
Shogun said, Mr. Sen,
No.
Oh my god, why did I pause on this?
in that.
Yes,
oh my
why did
god.
you do that?
to
Oh
draw
my
it.
god. Okay, this is Feed Wars. That's fine. Mr. Sen said he was 20 on Twitter. Either he doesn't really know the age or he's trying to make it seem worse than it seems. I agree. Like, I do think this is like super fucking cringe. This is probably worse than the tipster shit. I will say that. But Mr. Sen is trying to make it out to seem way worse than it is. That like Lerix is like into Lolicon, watches Lolicon, yada yada yada. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, again, I don't want to call him a pedo, because, like, again, just because you watch Lolly, I don't want to call you a pedo. But again, like, this is not like the worst Lolly. It is still Lolly. I mean, like, it's not like full on nudity, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's not PG-13 nudity, like PG-13 like type of style of porn, you know.
Alrighty, we go right back in.
Let's get this back
and even
done
more
over with.
viewers. And fan service already isn't my thing.
How many
but
more minutes
in
of this
Eromanga
cancer?
Sensei,
There is about 7 minutes.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
level 99
Okay.
boss fan service, where it literally is ingrained in the plot and deadass the whole premise to a ridiculous amount of scenes, which, unlike normal fan service, makes it literally impossible to brush off and ignore. Like with Sagiri being an artist who draws lewd shit as her job, working for Masamune is just fucked from the start, because literally the premise of the main character is a 13-year-old who draws lewd shit. What is going on? And also the fact that she can only draw things she's seen in real life, leading to her getting the characters to show their panties. Like, bro, this is straight up plot points. This isn't even just fan
Plot
service.
points?
Dude, that's what I'm
Wait a
saying!
Starting at
Lyrics!
Wait a minute.
Lyrics!
Stop.
Lyrics! Lyrics! Why?
Okay. Okay. Plot. What the fuck does plot points supposed to mean? They're naked on camera. Plot points, by the way. What is this fucking like Pornhub? Everything's a plot point. Okay. What the fuck is this?
I can't, dude. Like, it's just so fucking crazy, dude. Like, he watched all this. He watched all this.
Why would you review it? Like, you should like. Why do like all these people who get caught do the stupidest fucking things? Like, if I'm gonna review a fucking like anime, I'm watching it first before I fucking review it. I don't go fucking. Or maybe I'm speculating that he's not as depraved, but fuck me.
It's Jover. Yeah, honestly, yes, it is. It's Jover.
But here's the thing: why does the anime like? Why did it have to be kids? Like, why couldn't it be like literally adults doing? Like, then it would have been at least okay. Yeah, it would have been degenerate probably, but like, it would have still been like I would have been okay with it. All right, let's finish this video because somebody wants to play Fortnite with me.
Okay, I bet.
No, you're good.
The first episode, when Sagiri forgets to turn off her live stream after she's done drawing, she starts to take off her clothes, of course. But, you know, at least it isn't as bad as some real-life cases of this. But the scene was supposed to be a quirky way of getting Masamune and Sagiri to first interact with each other after a year of her shutting herself in her room, with Masamune watching the stream and rushing.
Wait, was he trying to compare the DSP shit? I don't want to read that much into it.
Do you know he's talking about the DSP thing?
Yeah, when he jerked off on live, right?
Yeah, because he thought he was off, and then he decided to whip a new one out. But I like that's not. That's not the same.
He has to get it out, you know, before the stream. He has to get a good release in.
Yeah.
No. Okay, alright. We gotta keep chugging, guys. Let's keep chugging.
Keep chugging.
To pound on her door to warn her of the deadly sin she's about to commit on stream. But, dude, there isn't a more clever way or different way to go about writing this scenario. Like, this was so unnecessary since there was already a good reason to cause this interaction written into the story. Which was as Masamune was watching Sagiri's stream, he noticed that she was Eromanga Sensei, his artist, all along. So why write in an additional weird-ass scene of a 13-year-old about to undress on stream when you still got the same idea across, where Masamune would still rush to his sister's room in shock and surprise that she was his artist all along? You don't need to add in the horny aspect here, dude. But as you're gonna tell, the question of just why will keep coming up with each of these scenes. Like in episode 2, Sagiri's classmate Megumi comes to check on her because she isn't going to point this out too.
He almost goes episode by episode on what happens, and not all the episodes, obviously, but he goes pretty much into detail about certain episodes. So it's just like, bruh. So I don't think he watched this once.
I mean, like, here's the thing. I like he obviously he's not okay with it. But I just think he should not have just even watched it, or like right the second when this happened, he should not have just stopped. Like he should have stopped, and he should have not reviewed it. Now, if he wanted to make like a deep dive into like why this is gross and stuff, that makes a little bit more sense. But reviewing it and giving it a benefit of doubt for the good stuff in it, I'm like, I shouldn't do that.
No, yeah, that's the exact shit of like, yeah, saying cuties. We basically went over it already. You know, it's the same shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But dead ass, randomly mid conversation, she just drops this.
Okay.
大好き
私と同じくらいの年の女の子はみんなおちんちん大好きです
Yeah, and if you're looking for more context, not even the FBI can help you with that, pal. Just why? This is seriously the best way you can think as a writer to add in a quirky moment or scene. This is worse than Meliodas' little quirk of very normal behavior like this. And keep in mind, hey man, I know culture is different over there in Japan and all, but man, all I'm saying is I can't imagine writing a scene with 12-year-olds talking about dick without expecting a call from Chris Hansen.
Can you have a seat over in that chair, please?
And even in the same conversation, just casually, Masamune drops this.
バカめ貴様を超える美少女である妹のパンツを日々洗っているこの俺が今更女に一目惚れなどするものか
Like, bro, are we just gonna act like that's normal dialogue? No one's gonna question that? Okay. And do I even have to try and think of a charitable, decent reason why there was a scene of Elf just chilling ass naked playing piano in episode 3? And quick check again. Yeah, not any better, Chief. Like, giving the author the best faith to why he wrote this. I mean, all I could think—
Why'd you watch it, Lerix? And why'd you watch it is the question. It's not
like,
the why it was written, it's why did you watch it, okay?
I mean, that too. It's like, he, like I don't want to speculate that, like, he knows what he's doing, but holy shit.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, obviously, like, he's not comfortable with it, but it's like, I wouldn't review it.
Yeah.
That's the case, you know?
Jesus Christ, dude.
There we go.
think of is that he wanted to show off Elf's yeah, fuck it, bro, I got nothing. Skipping to the next episode, though, Sagiri says to Masamune that she can only draw things she's seen in real life, where Masamune thinks back to the type of shit she's drawn before, making him wonder of some very normal thoughts like this. And the anime decides to bring to life these thoughts with what feels like an illegal scene of her changing into some string panties. I'm gonna jump off my apartment building, bro. It's just disturbing. Like, just no reason for this to be in. But in episode 5, there's another changing Sagiri scene, and Elf is showing her panties to Sagiri, but don't worry, guys, it's okay. It's not weird, I swear.
What do you mean it's okay?
Sagiri needs to see them to take her artistry skill to the next level. Unironically, for research purposes.
All right, yeah.
And as I
Let's
said
clear
before,
this up. Let's clear this up, guys. For no one that knows, no one knows. He was being sarcastic there.
He was being sarcastic. Like, this entire part, he's disagreeing with it, and him saying things like that is just him being sarcastic. Because, like, this is like his type of humor. Like, he does it in his live streams. He does it all the time.
Yeah.
Like he got in trouble with Leia and Jessica Pizzle with that tipster tweet that he took out context when it's just him being sarcastic for a joke. You know, dry, sarcastic humor. So, I don't know. Maybe not the best thing to be sarcastic, but I don't know.
Yeah, no. It's not probably the best time to make a joke like that when you're literally watching like Lolicon anime, so I don't know.
Yeah.
This is just the plot and the story at the time, with Sagiri hitting a wall on drawing and needing new inspiration to take her drawings for Masamune to the next level, resulting in her seeking out bitch's panties. This is basically the training arc of the show, but instead of spending time refining, honing your new abilities, you're just sexually harassing girls. Truly the Giga Chad path, young Padawan. Oh yeah, and you can't forget the random-ass naked bath scene of Megumi at the end of this episode. Like, why would you as an author write in a scene of a 12-year-old doing quite literally anything else when you can write in them taking a nice warm wash? Very normal behavior. And in episode 6, when Megumi comes over to continue the Sigma grind set of Sagiri, she just takes off her panties, just straight up. But by far, the worst of the worst is absolutely held for the last episodes. Even though they have full beach trip classic anime trope episodes where, yeah, you get the classic lotion on back, bath scenes, the whole nine, but in episode 12, to get even more research, Sagiri forces Elf and Muramasa to play a fun, wholesome game of Twister in some very safe-for-work bikinis to get the most pristine inspiration for her artwork. Like, man, I just can't. I can't imagine the motherfucker who'd write this. And later on, Sagiri gets inspired to draw a porn manga for some reason. Don't ask the context. I don't even want to explain. But she goes on to draw a few scenes, and of course, as you do, have your friends review it. And apparently, she draws the dick weird or wrong, and Masamune comments that it's not the way it's supposed to look, causing them to go on an expedition to find out what a dick looks like. Yeah, they haven't got any older, in case you were wondering. I was really hoping. And eventually, the girls start stripping Masamune to see what his dick looks like.
A what?
I need a fucking shower after this. And just like that, the
No,
anime
you don't.
ends.
You just
So,
click
in
off.
conclusion,
Don't even make the video.
Oh, yeah, just like, holy shit. This is about the end of the video, about 45 seconds. We're going to play it out. Because I'm going to give the full context. Even though it's only 45 seconds. But, yeah, dude, like, he doesn't need to wash himself. He needs to throw himself off the fucking bridge. Oh my god, I can't believe he did this. Like, he literally had to have watched this anime. And in order to make a review, he had to make either a bullet point script or a full script. And then had to find clips of the anime, the naked ones too, and go through all of this to make this video.
Right.
Holy shit. What the fuck? I couldn't. Alright, let's just finish out the 45 seconds.
Eromanga Sensei is an anime with some of the biggest potential wasted on absolutely the dumbest shit in the world, with unique and captivating plot lines to wholesome encounters throughout the whole story. This could have been a 9 out of 10 anime, easily for me, if you strip away all the sus bullshit with the sibling romance and just pointless fan service scenes. Like, come on, bro. So disappointed, but yeah, see you guys next time.
Oh my god, that's fun.
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. You know, it's my second time watching this today, and I feel like the second time he was even worse for me. Jesus Christ.